that, I want to just touch on what I think was the only light at the end of the tunnel for this All-Star weekend, which was the three-point contest. I think year in, year out, it's just a spectacle to watch. And again, I think it just comes from it's hard to not try to win this.
Yeah.
Players are in there trying to shoot a three. It's not something that you can really not try to do. And I think they all do also want to win. It's just fun to watch year in, year out. And the Sabrina versus Steph event, I think, was the highlight of the weekend, honestly, for me.
I had mixed opinions on that. Was not disappointed.
I think it was so enjoyable to watch. I think she really gave Steph a run for his money. And I think for years to come, if this is a little event that they do, I think it's just fun to watch. It's high stakes.
I'm glad they decided to move it back for the line because I didn't want to hear people complain whether who
there was
won
no
or
excuses.
who lost, that there was no excuses. I also saw something where it'd be, do you put Clay and Curry in it next year against Sabrina and when Caitlin Clark comes into the league? And make it a duo type of thing. I think that would be cool to watch. Seeing another female, very hot shooter in college right now will definitely be a very good WNBA player. Come in and try to promote it with Steph and Clay. OG Splash.
Totally into that.
People would be in.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea from a marketing perspective because obviously we know the WNBA isn't, the most successful in terms of money. So when you do something like this and you're showing that, you have a WNBA player who can shoot the ball almost as good as Steph Curry, that, that could bring more eyes to it. It's also just, it's a good thing in general. I don't think there's really any negatives to it. And it's not like she beat him, so everybody's got to be petrified. It's like, it's fine.
She got close.
She
shot first, and she tied the record for what actually won it. Yeah, she tied Dave.
Yeah, she tied Lillard.
She could have been in the actual three-point contest.
Yeah.
Would have been a shoot-off.
I'm with you. I think next year, just throw them all in one big pool. Just make the three-point contest like
definitely
10 contestants.
Definitely going to help promote WNBA and change that game. Because if you just get a lot more shooters and not a lot of 50 to 40 or higher scoring, people will tune in, or at least more female athletes and other people will watch it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea though, to make the entire three-point contest co-ed. If you do,
I think it would be cool to watch.
Yeah, if you do, if you take 5 NBA players, let's say, and 5 WNBA players or 3 WNBA players, and you just throw them in the three-point contest and you combine it. I understand the WNBA, I think, does have their own All-Star weekend, so I think they do this. I mean, obviously they do because Sabrina broke the NBA's three-point contest.
Yes.
So that's why they had her do this in the first place. But I think if they wanted to take 3 WNBA players, put them in this, and then make the whole thing, that would be pretty cool. I would enjoy that. I think she really did a great job, and I have nothing bad to say about it. And then for the actual NBA three-point contest, the other one, I thought that was great too because there was really no disgrace. It wasn't when you had Julius Randle coming in last year, just bricked away threes. I thought it was really competitive this year, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just got a thought. I want to hear your opinions. Changing the All-Star game. So you have All-Stars voted, right? Say it's these 16 that were in the game. What if you made it also voted the top 10 bottom 6 players on teams? So guys that don't get a lot of playing time in the regular season, but get to show out in the All-Star game against other NBA players that don't get enough recognition because they will definitely play hard. I saw that and I thought about it. I don't know how they would.
No, they're gonna play hard.
I don't know how they would vote and do it, and choose which players get to play. But I think those guys would actually care and it would incentivize them to play.
First overall pick, Grant Williams.
I want to see.
It's no doubt they'll play hard. But Jake, what's the name of this game? What do they call this game?
I mean, yeah. Obviously, you'd have to change it from All-Star.
All-Ass team.
You would have to change it.
No, I think that would incentivize them, but I don't think anybody wants to see that. With all due respect,
nah.
I don't know. Maybe Lou Williams. He's a 6 man. Put him in there, or he was.
I mean,
Like, I'm not talking about like the 15th guy who's earning like pennies on the dollar.
The role
I'm talking about like Jamal Crawfords and
not to the
like
extent that you're
role players,
saying, but those guys
JJ
do
Redick.
kind of get in there. They do kind of get in there with the reserves. I mean, the coaches do vote in some people that they think deserve to be in there.
Like a guy like Derek White, you know, that's not a
Exactly.
real all-star.
Yeah, put him in
some
there.
people think he is.
That's a low blow at me.
Put him in there in the NBA role players competition.
But no, I think it does need to come from the players within for this to actually become an event again. I hope they see some of the pushback that the fans have given, and I hope they take it to heart and next year comes back a little bit better. I'm not expecting this to change overnight, but I hope it looks a little better than this. I feel like it's hard for it not to.
Yeah.
Oh, also another thing that happened this All-Star Game weekend, the skills contest.
Yeah, that was
another embarrassment to the game.
What in the hell? Shouldn't the obstacles be harder for an NBA skills contest?
I don't know, because Scotty Barnes couldn't even dribble the basketball.
Okay, well, Scotty Barnes was a reserve for a reason, okay? Let's settle down.
He's never beating the allegations.
I think if you took kids in high school, Montverde Academy, #1 picks, I think they do just well.
I agree too. These are professional players. These are professional players. Hold them to professional standards. Did you guys see the size of the ring that they were throwing passes through?
Dude,
it was the size of like a hoop. I remember when that was the actual size of a basketball.
It was like barely bigger than the basketball.
Yeah.
The fact
it used to take players 5-10 tries.
The fact that Scotty Barnes didn't go the wrong way in the weaving in and out.
I think 3 players did that.
It was back to back. It happened back to back. And I don't know who they were because I wasn't paying attention enough during these stupid games.
The skills contest used to be fun to watch, but that was disgraceful. Also, who was it? Anthony Edwards shooting with his left hand?
Yeah, that was ridiculous too. He sold his team.
Come on. You're playing on a team. Do better.
Also, though,
it's disrespectful to the viewers.
I do like that they put in an Indianapolis team for being in Indiana, like a Pacers.
I was a big fan of that too.
Well, I like that idea. At first, I didn't understand why they put that in, but it's a good way to promote like hometown.
It's a good way to just give a nod to your fans and be
Plus,
like, your guys are here.
Halliburton's so good.
Halliburton's cracked. He's unbelievable.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's great. But they need to revamp that. Go back to the old format. I mean, I was fine with the 3v3 thing, but like go back to at least the old obstacles or something similar to that.
Bring back wearing your own jersey.
It looked like a high school skills contest that they set them up for. I mean, it was dribble to a crossover, throw a pass in the general vicinity of this hoop, and then make a floater, and that was it.
You could take a layup though.
Yeah. No, I think one side was a floater, and then one side was a layup or a dunk.
The biggest thing is I want to see them wearing their own jerseys.
They were in the skills contest. They were, but during the game itself, I think that'd be cool.